Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Crypto. Hope you are all having a fantastic day. Back with another monthly Vyfi update, guys. As always, these guys making monthly progress. Some really exciting stuff happening in the month of September, including the WiFi Lottery, which I'll talk about towards the end of this video. Now, before we get into it, guys, this is not financial advice, and I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a girl taking you along on the crypto journey. Bit of a personal update for everybody, guys. I'm about 5 weeks away from giving birth, so it is a very, very busy time. As you've noticed, the videos have settled quite a bit. I am still working full time and doing the crypto stuff on the side and whatnot, so it is a very busy time. But as I said, I will continue to bring you the monthly updates on my favorite projects covering Vyfi, Genius, Yield, Meld, Cardano specifically, and anything that I think is good and worth mentioning, I will tell you guys about. Now let's dive right into it. Vyfi, as we all know, guys, one of my favorite projects, not only in Cardano, but on the crypto space in general. Something very exciting about these guys, about what they want to do, and there's a bunch of updates, so let's get into it. Now, even though I'm covering September, I always start by covering the month prior update that they post on their Medium every month, which I highly suggest covering, but essentially to wrap up what happened in August, new vaults and IFOs, ADA to list Vyfi, new governance proposal. Their dev team worked very hard, and Catalyst moved into the voting stages. So here it listed a bunch of new vaults that opened, a little bit more about ADA Finance, I must be saying that wrong, and a bunch of other stuff. In terms of development, which is the most exciting stuff, they updated their transaction builder to fix MISC 400 light wallet errors. They built their own lottery UI, backend servers, and APIs. Began testing for Vasil with updated Cardano nodes, Cardano wallets, and PAB on new testnets, and various updates to the site completed. The V2 vaults in the final stages of testing with Vasil updates as well. So obviously when Cardano updates, guys, all the stuff that runs on Cardano needs to update. So there's lots that goes into that. So let's appreciate the hard work of the devs. And as always, back to front, I'm going to go through all the exciting stuff that Vyfi talked about in the last month. Now, I've actually done a video on these guys, which is Ibile Coin, and it was one of the first IFOs that Vyfi ever did. Now, some avoided it due to the low APR at the time, but those who got in saw some great returns. So you can see there the ADA Ibile Coin pair, or BLC pair, is doing really well. So shout out to the Ibilecoin team. I have a video about Ibilecoin on my channel. I'll link it in the bio if you guys want to watch it. Still think it's a great project. Moving along from that, obviously ADA or ADA Finance did a bit of an expose on Vyfi, and it is available for lending on their platform. So I haven't done a video on these guys. I was going to do one. I don't remember why I didn't at the time. But these guys, you know, decent popularity, over 16,000 followers, fully decentralized lending and borrowing protocol backed with NFTs and built on Cardano. They did a great, you know, little spiel about the token use cases for Vyfi. We all know I'm a big fan, so, you know, be sure to check that out. If borrowing is something that you want to do, please proceed with caution. Do not use lending protocols, borrowing protocols, unless you know what you're doing. Do lots and lots of research before doing it, especially in the current market that we are in. Now, voting also opened and closed for Cardano Catalyst. These guys had a proposal on there. I've talked about it in my previous 2 videos. So if you didn't know about it, be sure to check that out if you guys want to bring yourselves up to date. There was a lot of, you know, stuff that went around just with Vyfi's proposal being a little bit too steep in terms of what they wanted and potentially splitting it up and whatnot. But, you know, it is what it is. It's done now. I obviously voted. I hope you guys did as well. Now, they published an update to their backend error 400. The most common transaction error has been resolved in most cases. Users who have had it in the past may find their wallet working now. Keep in mind, this does not fix the multi-address incompatibility caused by Eternal or backing up a formal multi-address into Eternal. To fix that issue, there's some steps here, guys. So please, 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 please refer to this. Keep an eye on Vyfi's Twitter. They are very active on there and always posting about this sort of stuff. So if you are having these issues, be sure to check out this tweet. It's from September 7th. All right, then the Herb, or the AdaBuds NFT Vault, reached max payout. So I did talk about AdaBuds and their vault in the last video. So good to see that their vault reached max payout. And all these vaults tend to do really well on Vyfi. I really am a big fan of what these guys are doing, the opportunity that they give the Vyfi holders to get into these new projects. And sometimes it turns out like a Bitcoin where they do really, really well. So that's brilliant to see. Now they posted something about the Genesis Launchpad going missing, the site, the social, the trust, hearts are broken. Their vault on the Vyfi app has been closed. Vyfi in vaults sits in a wallet, thus none is compromised during these types of events. It is the time that, similar to other instances, they like to remind everybody they cannot predict these things. It wasn't a rug, but a hack or an exploit. There is always risk. So they always encourage you guys to perform due diligence on vaults as you would any other investment. Now, guys, bearing in mind, a lot of these vaults are very, very high risk. And as they said, expect more of this in the future. But as we are going into these really tough markets, it is very, very hard to build in a bear market or a bearish market, okay? It's not easy for anybody. There is companies having millions of dollars that are struggling because of the low volume. And I can imagine these new companies are even higher risk. I've been working on a crypto project myself for months and months and months, and there's no way we are going to launch in the current market because it wouldn't work out. So just think about these things before you put your money in and be realistic about what could happen. So please be very, very careful. But shout out to Vyfi for the, I just read this. Shout out to Vyfi for being really transparent and honest and giving really good advice, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all we can do, give advice. It's not financial advice, it's just our opinion, and then people can do what they want. Now, they opened another vault in the IFO with Battle Borgs. You obviously stake your Vyfi for Borgs, the native asset of the Battle Borgs game. Battle Borgs is building a multiplayer PvP and PvE isometric battle arena game based on the Cardano blockchain. Some more exciting news as Vyfi has been added to the upcoming Blueshift CNT portfolio. As personal fans of Blueshift, the Vyfi team is very glad to announce this. Users will be able to see this once it goes live on their site. Now, for those of you that don't know, Blueshift is introducing a safer entry point to crypto investing via 8 innovative portfolios with attractive rewards. They have over 63,000 followers on Twitter. I'm personally a fan of Blueshift and what they are doing. I highly recommend checking them out if you haven't heard of them already. Great exposure for Vyfi being on Blueshift as well, because it is a great representation for Vyfi to be on there and draw in a new crowd. Now, something to be very, very proud of. Currently, Vyfi has over 5 million Vyfi staked on their app. This has persisted and grown in the past week. There are over 8.5 million in circulation. So more than half, a decent amount more than half, on the Vyfi app alone. So as I wrote on here, it speaks volume for this community. If you don't follow me on Twitter, guys, at IvyCrypto21, be sure to follow me. But it does speak volumes about this community. I think it's a HODL mentality community. I think everybody's in it for the long haul and are true believers in Vyfi. So shout out to the community. You guys are absolutely brilliant. Now, Tuesday is vaultless in lieu of vault news. They have platform news. Closed beta has begun on the WiFi Lottery, and I will bring this up shortly. So that's just a sneak peek of what's coming at the end of the video. This is an official page of ours. So guys, just a reminder, the Vyfi support is a legitimate Vyfi page, okay? And I understand why they did this, because there is a lot of scammers on Twitter. There's a lot of fake pages saying they're the Vyfi support. So if you are unsure, you can follow the official at Vyfi support page. You can also contact them, support@vyfi.io, their Discord or their Telegram. The team is absolutely fantastic. Something not so Vyfi related, but kind of, Stephen Ward, who is obviously one of the creators of Vyfi, has been announced as an advisor for Atrium Lab. He's got obviously a vast experience building on Cardano. Now, I Had a really good chat with Steve during the Vyfi pre-sale, and that's the reason why I talk about these guys every single month. He really made me a fan and a believer, and anything that he touches, as far as I'm concerned, is something that I'll be looking into. So I will absolutely be looking into Atrium Lab and seeing what that is all about, especially if he is into it. They also opened a new vault a couple of days ago. It's an IFO, which is for Moonimals, I think I'm saying that right. Users can obviously stake their Vyfi and earn MNML tokens. So you can check this project out again. It's NFT related. They look very, very cute, I must say. Now, the WiFi Lottery, guys, okay? So they just launched their WiFi Lottery. So some of the winnings go to the bar, which users will be able to stake in. The weekly rolling jackpot lottery means if a bracket doesn't win, the pot rolls onward. So I think just a bit of fun and whatnot, but I'll show you guys the Wi-Fi lottery shortly. Before we do get into that, just an update, CoinGecko now is tracking Wi-Fi, so you can check out real time their price and whatnot. Obviously nothing too, nothing great at the moment, but holding pretty steady in this range and has been holding pretty steady. I mean, it looks like a massive drop, but that's literally a drop of 1 cent, which was a little bit dramatic. But prior to that, holding pretty solid in that 30-cent range for quite a decent amount of time, which is a good effort considering the market. And last but not least, as I just said, this is the Wi-Fi lottery, guys. A little bit of fun. It's pretty simple. You buy tickets that cost you 10 Wi-Fi tokens, and you go into the draw. Okay, so the prize pot is 5,930 Wi-Fi, which is worth about $1,700 right now. You can also win mini prizes, so you can see that there's a breakdown. And pretty much how it works is you buy the tickets, you watch the timer, and then you check if you won. Pretty straightforward. So each value must match in order to win. So for example, the first 3 values match in this, the fourth does not match, thus the winner wins in the match first 3 prize bracket, which would be 1,200 Wi-Fi or $353. So if the first number does not hit, then it doesn't matter if you get all the rest of them. It has to be the first one, the first 2, the first 3, the first 4, etc., etc. So the prize pool is made out of both ticket purchases and rollover prizes from prior rounds without winners. So there's allocations and whatnot. I think it's a good bit of fun. I've got 3 tickets. Wish me luck, guys. I hope you guys enter, and let me know in the comments if you do. That wraps up the September update for Vyfi. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for plenty more crypto content, and as always, watch this space.